This is it.
You say to me, whisper little things, hold my heart so dear, dancing in a dream. The muse sings to me, she says find those buried books, defend those children, Aphrodite with the truth, Snake Queen with powerful dreams, Medea and the snake charmers, dragon venom, think of vipers, make you hemorrhage blood, hemlock, wolf's bane, lavender moonrise, they're at it again, electrical blood, bind you with wonderful drugs, raw opium drips, hail Satan in the dark harbor, open your eyes, give you vision, go to the serpent temple, and take some dragon venom, power of the black mirror. I'm with the root cutters, the dawn bringers, Medea the sorceress, Venus producer of the sweetest nectars. Dance with the muse, the radio specter. The muse sings to me, whisper little things, hold my heart so dear, dancing in a dream.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. This is Initiating Apocalypse. I have some great news for you, and I have a couple of things to talk about. Our talk today is going to be two different things. I'm going to introduce you to the kitis, and then we are going to look at a couple of we're going to look at a couple of, this is serious, couple of passages there right out of Genesis, just to show you how this cannot be a translation from Hebrew to Greek. The Greek is the original. Yeah, it's gorgeousness and gorgiosity is what it is. So that's fantastic. We'll get to that second half. First half, I want to bring you, and I want to make this a solemn moment. I do. Before we get to the kitis, I want us to be able to really push into that dirt, to get down there and to get that evidence right in our hands. I just want to look at it. Teddy Bass. If you like the music, you're going to like Teddy Bass. Check out Dragon Venom. Oh, God. Dark Dreams, my favorite. Oh, love it. Thank you, Teddy. You are a true Orpheus. Fantastic. We'll be featuring it. Chewy is going to be working on some visionary stuff using that music. So I'm looking forward to it. Good job, Chewy. Everybody loves Chewy. Say it in the comments. We all love Chewy. Yes. Here we go. Are we ready? I also want to say shout out real quick to Gnostic Informant, who is sitting on a beach in Florida. Yes, relaxing after a most excellent interview with Danny Jones, who is the most excellent interviewer. Yeah, love it. I cannot wait until my segment comes out, because he did such a good job. It was the best day of my life. I asked Neil when he's sitting on the beach, he's reading Carl Carigny, I think, and he says, oh my God. He says, this was the best day of my life. I said, yes, see, that's the thing. I told you, Danny Jones and Steven with a PH. Yeah, Steve with a PH. Love it. He drives it. You know what I mean? The artistry of all of that, it's all through Steve Vision. Oh, God, it's such a good job. So It should be out. People keep asking me, when's this interview going to come out? And I was like, whoa, when it's done. Yes, fantastic. And I hope people here will, engage and enjoy. I hope that we can enjoy it. We're not doing this because it hurts, right? All right. At least, all forgive me, sisters of frustration. I know you do it because it hurts. I understand. Let us show people the Canitas. Are people ready? Do you think they're ready, Chewy? No, I don't think they're ready. All right, here we go. Tonight, on tonight's show, Lady Babylon, let us take a look at the Canitas. Before, just to start us off, the ship, it's done. We're here, right? Get out. Everybody out. We're here. It's the... Tonight, I've got some exquisite Alexandrian dead people stuff for you. Oh, God. The necromancy tonight is off the chart. And you're about to get hit with a wave, so just hold on there. Everybody who knows Lady Babylon, hold on there. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Bring it up. Take a look at the stats really quick. You know what I mean? Just take a look at the stats. This is the total number of words of different languages from antiquity. And you notice the Egyptian total number? It's like, what is it, 5 million? That's not bad. Right? Look at the down a little bit lower. Latin's got about 10 million. Oh, that's nice. This is up to 300 AD. Right? So that's not bad. That's a decent amount. What is the, tell me something, what is the Akkadian at? What's the Akkadian? Everybody's trying to ram Akkadian. 9 million? Right? Okay. Sumerian, here, shout out to Gilgamesh and that 3rd grade reading level epic. You know me, people. I'm going to call a spade a spade. Okay, now I want you to look at Greek. Look at Greek. 57 million. 57 million. You can take it down. 57 million. Do you know what that chart says? You say it says a lot. It's got a whole bunch of numbers and bleep, bleep. Cue this and pi that. That chart says Greek is a potent lady. She is a potent lady. She is going to take you somewhere that you cannot go with 1.5 million unique word forms. Your average 3rd grader's got a vocabulary of, the Gilgamesh reader has a vocabulary of about 3,000 words. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Maybe 4,000, 5,000. Oh, my God. Do you know that is about all of the ancient Hebrew? Wait a minute. You mean the technical level of the ancient Hebrew that we've got is about the level of a 3rd grader? Yeah, it is. It is. It's a sad reality. And I'll show you in a minute, but languages are not all created equal. Yeah. And, oh, God, did Greek take over? Oh, God. Oh, so much. Why? What is the superiority? People keep asking me, what is the superiority of Greek? Ancient Greek. What is the power? It's the power to transform. It's the power to take what is in the mind and to bring it down, to pull it down to a concept. Oh, God, let's keep going. Where's the Canitas? Bring on the Canitas. Oh, open the doors for the Canitas. What is going on that pot? That looks... Oh, is that who I think it is? Is that Ganymede? Oh, Chewy, you found us. Ganymede. Take it. That's okay. Take it. Well, Canitas. Oh, let's show him. Let's just show him. Give me the slides now. Give me the slides. Boom. Here we go, people. Right out of the Victorian Flatus. Are you ready? Catamite. That's what a kinidos is. It's a catamite. Did you see what the Victorians did? They took you off into Latin so that only the educated would get it. That's not nice of them. It's generally a lewd fellow. A lewd fellow. There's a lot of range. Does anybody use that kind of? My neighbor is a lewd fellow. Public dancer. Oh my God. Well, this is getting better because in the plural, it's used just for obscene poetry. How? And look at the bottom, number 3. That's Galen that's being cited there. Oh, God. And I looked this one. I checked this one, right? Canaidion. Give me the next one. What is Canaidion? Canaidion. Oh, look. He says the Canaidion is the Yunks or it is the Sesopugis. Yunks or Sesopugis. Well, I thought you said, okay, everybody sit down on the bench. At today's field trip, what we're doing is we're sitting in this field in antiquity, and I'm bringing to you the Canitas. I'm bringing to you. What is the Canitas? I don't know what it is yet. Well, it's a Yunks. Okay, give me the next. Oh, whenever he spanks. Okay, fantastic. That was from. Yeah, okay, fantastic. Let's go. I'm scared. Etymology. Look at here. Look at this. What is this from? What does this catamite mean, right? I told you they were fooling you, right? Using Latin on you so you wouldn't recognize it. Well, the catamite, it's really from the Etruscan. And that Etruscan, believe it or not, is written backwards, right? Because it's supposed to be right to left. But anyway, catamite from ancient Greek, Ganymedes. Ganymedes. Do you hear the med root in the Medwa? Yes, Medea. You're going to start smelling the perfume of Medea now around the Canitas. An attractive, who's Ganymede? He's an attractive Trojan boy, abducted to Mount Olympus by the god Zeus to become the cupbearer and lover. Yes. Oh, fantastic. You have some mesmerizing art for us. Nice job, Chewy. Bring us out. Are you bringing us Ganymede? Right. This is the cupbearer of Zeus and lover. Wait a minute. You mean a katamitos is what? What is this thing? It's a male underage lover. Okay. Now I told you, get ready for the wave, right? We all just got splashed. What? Sure? Yeah. Don't worry. It's okay. We're just observing. We're dead guys speaking. You know what I mean? Hail Satan. All right. Go. Give me the next one. Look, catamitos, here it is in Latin. A boy or younger man in a homoerotic. In a homoerotic relationship. Remember, they don't have a word for homosexual, right? So if you just left that out in a sexual relationship, you'd be just fine. You'd be just fine. Yeah, that's what they're describing. Okay, give me the next one. Boom, you got to go with the flow. What is a yunks? It's the Rhyneck. Wait a minute. So the catamite is what? He's a yunks. According to Galen, that you take that root for catamite and you add an ending to it and it changes it into a bird. Okay, now we're going to be watching this bird for a minute. I know it sounds like magic, and it is, but I want you to follow the logos here. Follow the logos. So you ready? Look at number 2. It's a spell or a charm. It's a passionate yearning. Now, after that word passion, that phrase passionate yearning for, it says agathon hetaron. You remember who are the Hittite of Jesus? His apostles. His apostles. Okay. His apostles. Are you ready for the magic? Are you ready for the magic? Here we go. Here we go. Give me the next one. I'm going to go quick tonight. We got to keep up. Look at this. The Canaidion. Now, who is this? This is Hesychius. Hesychius. Remember who he is? He's our secret weapon. You got no seminarians. You got no preachers who use Hesychius. Right? You got nobody even close uses Hesychius. You've got a few classicists who will use Hesychius. Hopefully most of them. Here we go. What is a Canaidion? It is an orneon, the yunks. It's a bird. It's the yunks. Okay. What is the Canaidos? It's an asterges pornos. It's a what? You can hear the porn and the pornos. Right? What is your Canaidos? What is your boy? Right? He's a boy who does things that promote aselgeia. What is aselgeia? Those are things you got to have purifications for. Those are the things. Those are the reasons that if you're Jesus Christ, you get arrested in a public park with a naked boy. Yeah. Screaming, I'm not a lace. Yeah. Okay. How many do you have with you tonight, Jesus? How many do you have? You've got 12, right? Let's go and see what's happening with the. Okay, keep hang in there, people. It's gonna get rough. Are you ready? Give me that one. Here we go. What is that? Aselges? Oh, Mr. Victorian. What is it? It's licentious, wanton, brutal. Yeah, look. I told you. They're all farmers, right? Lascivious and lewd. Lascivious. What is that boy? That boy is lascivious. Yes, that's a Victorian way of saying that boy is sexually active. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And give me some specifics about this kid. Give me some specifics. I think you skipped one. Did we get I wanted to see hang on. Let me just make sure that we didn't. Oh, yeah. Right here, people. Look, for that Canaidion, where that is the yunks, the bird, or the Seisopugus. If you will look up Seisopugus, which I think we've got something on in a minute, I just want to break it down for you. Seiso is like seismic. Think of the word seismic. We get seismic in English. It's a shaking or a quaking. It's a shaking. And what is a pugus? That's your buttocks. That's your buttocks. What does this Canitas do? Twerking. It's a dance, people. It's a dance of offering oneself. And if you take that bird and you nail it to that wheel, it'll scream. Wait, what? You know what this is all for? Oh, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. Just wait. Okay, here we go. That's bad. Bad on me. Excuse me. Bad on me. Oh, ow. Okay, no. In my ear, right? Technically. Let's go to the next one. Boom. What is a nanaris? Well, it is this Canaidos, right? So here, look what I'm doing, people. I'm bringing you from the grave. I'm bringing you the person who is defining it. And ultimately, remember, this ends up from going from Hesychius to the real source of this dictionary, which is an Alexandrian grammarian. And he says the Canitas is the nanaris. Nanaris. How do I know? I'm an addict, Greek dude walking around. How do I know it? Nanaris. I don't recognize that. Give me the next one. Don't worry. We can figure it out. Nanadzon. Nanadzon. Oh, right. It's using the same root, which is probably Pelasgian. And what does it mean? It means to paizomenon. And you'll recognize, my Greek students will recognize the root for the child in their pais is the root for child. What do you do when you paizomenon? Well, if you ask the Victorians, they'll say you play sportively. To engage in youthful amorous play. Youthful amorous play. That is what the kitis does. Jesus Christ was arrested with a slave who was a boy and who was naked. He was assigned to Jesus. What is the sexuality? What is it that these boys are characterized by doing? What is it? I know it's rough material, people. It's rough, but it's history. You can turn away if you want to. Let's go. Give me the next one. Who is that? That's always. Oh, goodness. We're back. Look at that. That creepy Jesus got us knocked out of the asteroid belt. Okay. Give me the next one. Boom. Oh, where was it on the list? There it is. Okay. So I want to look at who is the Yunks. Remember, it's the bird. It's the bird. You right. Stay with me. And what is this Yunks? This Yunks is also called sexuality. That is the quaking of the buttocks. Yeah. And why is this? It's because, by the way, who am I reading to you? Who am I translating for you? This is the Scholiast on Theocritus's Idyll number 2. So this is one ancient Greek talking about another famous ancient Greek's work. Okay, Scholiast. They're commenting on the work. And this commenter here says, what is the Yunks? Because in Theocritus' second Idyll, which is about the witches and the sorcery, he mentions the bird. The bird is central, right? What is the bird here? The bird is known to turn around and shake its booty. They call her Junga. Callimachus told her about her. She's the daughter of Echo. Wait, what? She's the daughter of Echo. And what does she do? Well, we know what was done to her. Zeus drugged her. Pharmacology deton dia. God drugged her. Why? So he might sleep with her. When Hera found out, she turned her into a bird. Why? So that she could work. Power of witchcraft. Power of the drugs. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? What do we have there? Oh, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Give me the next one. What do we have there? We got pugae, which is your rump, right? I want you people to see this. But it's also, look at number 2 at the bottom, right? And by the way, this is the standard word for buttocks in ancient Greek. How do we define the buttocks? We define the buttocks by staring at Aphrodite's. Isn't that interesting? What do they call Aphrodite? They call her callipyginous. That's her epithet. She of the beautiful buttocks. She of the beautiful buttocks. How do you define? That's not the. Listen, we got to turn it around. Come on, she. We got the falcon on the wrong side. She of the beautiful buttocks. That's how. Let's go back to the buttocks, because at the bottom of the buttocks you're going to find something. Look here in the Roman numeral number 2. Ura. Ura. Right. So we're at the buttocks, and if you just move down a little bit, you're going to see the ura. What is the ura? Take it down. I'm going to tell you what the ura is. The ura is what Satan used to draw down a third of the angelic powers. Now, for those of you who are sitting on the throne of Satan, hail Satan. For those of you who are sitting on the throne of Satan, do you understand? Yeah. For those with ears to hear. For those with ears to hear. That's what the ura is. Now, how is the ura translated? Go to the next slide. Kick it, Chewy. Boom. What is that ura? It's the tail, right? It's right there at the bottom of the pige, and it's the tail. It's the tail. You got that thing, whoop, hanging off the bottom there. And what else? Yeah, I just gotta say, go ahead and leave it up. The God who left the Ewa with the best looking being and a tree full of drugs that God wasn't thanking. I don't know. That's bad planning. Okay, Yahoo. If there's one thing I can say, bad planning. What is the ura that Lucifer is so well known? That serpent is so well known for using. Look at number 2. Idoion. Idoion. You mean his tail is his idoion? Yes. Some of us listening tonight have an idoion or idoia. Many of us have idoia. Yes. Those are our tails by which we who are the most beautiful command the universe. Whose kingdom is this? Whose kingdom is this? Says Jesus. Jesus, tell me. Tell me, Jesus. Whose kingdom is this? It's the kingdom of the devil. Isn't that nice? That's the ura. Do you understand it? Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Quick, hit them with this before they wake up. Watch. Here we go. This is part of the commentary. I just want to pull out this scholiast and say, look, we get a really good explanation of Priapus here, right? Priapus is that child of Dionysus and the nymph naiad Chione, right? He's associated with Lampsacus, and some people say was Dionysus himself, and they prove this, I'm translating, from the etymology. Look at it. Oh, God, look at this third line down, the fourth word in etymologias. That's the word for etymology. Oh, God. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's the good that says, don't show it from the waist down. Oh, fantastic. Priapus. Now, why are we concerned about Priapus and the etymology of his name? Just hang in there. See, it's all wrapped up together nicely, connected beautifully in this beautiful tapestry of history, written history, right? Oh, here we go. Give me the next one. Give me the next one because I want to explain what the scholiast says. And this is Theocritus. Theocritus is a Hellenistic poet, by the way, people, right? Like the Hellenistic poet. Yeah, Theocritus, Idles. Talking about magic, talking about bringing back your lover. You want to call back your lover? Here we go. What one before this, Chewy. One before this. We got one star system ahead. There we go. And look, what does he say here about the etymology, right? It actually is not priepus, he says. It's briepus. Sticks the digamma, that upsilon in there. And what is this for? This is because they're referencing, he says, the Bacchic dance of intoxication that involves all the shouting, right? The shouting. And he's arguing that etymologically from this next star system. Go to the next one. Boom. Look here. Apio. Apio. Are you ready? What does it mean? It means some kind of roaring, some kind of vocalization, right? In the middle, it can be meant to summon, right? Oh, I like that. I like that so much. It's that voice, that magic voice that calls. Can you hear it? I love it. Go back to the one more time with the text above that. Now, people, what does he say at the very bottom? He says in Priapus. Some people say Priapus comes from proestai to sperma. Uh-oh, when I said sperma, you probably got it. What is it? To project the sperm. To project the sperma. Does everybody see what that moment is of that rush, that shouting, that vocalization that brings the forecast, the throwing out, the injection into the world of that sperma? Because we all know that the universe is born from seed. The universe is born from seed. We are farmers. Our universe is cultivation. You know where religion comes from? Some people have been saying it comes from the drugs. No, the drugs are a part of it, but it doesn't come from the drugs. It comes from the nature. Yeah, it comes from nature herself. Oh, wow. Wow. Imagine understanding the world from that perspective. Okay, here we go. That's Priapus, and that's why he's necessary. Keep going. Next one. Oh, bam! We're gonna get through these fast tonight, people. There's a couple of. How do we get here? By the way, everybody, since we're here and you see the kitis sitting in front of you, right? You see the kitis. You saw him. I usually don't refer to the, to our thumbnail, but tonight we're looking right in the face of that boy who was with Jesus Christ when he was arrested in a public park. And the kid was naked. He was naked at the time, right? With just this bandage on his private parts. What's happening, Jesus? Jesus is screaming, I'm not a trafficker. Yeah. Where are those boys? Where are those boys? There's 3 of them running there, right? Which one of them did he give the weapon to? It was the old one, you know what I mean? That older teenage guy. What was his name? Peter, I think it was. Yep, let's keep going. They called him the rock, right? The enforcer. How did we get here? We got here from the filtra, right? What are the filtra? They're those pharmaca, those drugs, people, that lead us to philion. They literally cause us to passionately crave philia. Do you know what I mean? I'll give you something. And when I give you that substance, you will be pushed. How do they translate philia? It can be kisses. It can be kisses in the Greek. It can be kisses, or it can be hardcore intercourse. Yeah. That state of love. Isn't that nice? These kisses can be brought to you by the drugs. So we're sitting here in antiquity, right? Put it down whatever it is, dinner, put it down. We're sitting here in the park and we're with the kitis, the one that was with Jesus when he was arrested. He's got the bandage on his private parts. And what is he doing? He's getting drugs. He's getting drugs to make him sexually aroused. You mean they're drugging people? I just gave you 2 direct examples. One with Zeus and one with Jesus. And what do? We turn the kid into a cup. The cupbearer is the one who has that galene, and we're going to push the poison through the galene. We get a combo, and that combo will keep you alive. Okay. All right. You wanted to see it. Okay. We got more on the kitis here. Keep going to the next one. Was that Hermes? Had to summon him. Okay, look at this, people. What are the pharmaca that we're talking about? In this particular commentary, he's saying, hey, or scholiastic work. It's not really a commentary. It's just like a helpful way of explaining the poetry, right? Like the poetry is being studied. So yeah, in the Selenian mountain, what happens? There are these people there, and they possess these instruments that belong to Medea and to Circe, and they're things that they use to prepare drugs. They're used to prepare drugs, right? For those of you who thought Medea was myth, these are people talking about the reference to the instruments that they're using in their drug making craft, their toxicological work. Yeah, right. They've got them. They've got those instruments. Keep going. Beautiful. Next one. Remember the Neoniskos that's with Jesus. I'm gonna give you just a little bit of whiff of that boy. I want you to come close to the kid, the kid that was naked with the bandage on his private parts. I want you to come close to him from the throne. I want you to reach out, and I want you to say, what is this historically? Young man, what is this thing? Now, what is he according to Hesychius? He's a Napios. He's a Napios. Seriously? That makes me feel bad for him. You know what he just said? He said he's an idiot. He's somebody who can be mentally controlled like a young boy. Oh, you mean I shouldn't have called him a young man? No, because he's not a young man. He's a boy. He's with a Napios. He's with somebody who is not mentally finished. Haven't cooked yet. Oh, give me the next one. What is this? What is Napia? Just for those of you, because I get people telling me, hey, no, this kid, he's 30. He's got a beard and he's got a wife and kids. No, Napia or Micra Paidia. Those are tiny kids. Those are tiny kids who cannot yet understand how to defend themselves. If you give those kids drugs as a lactase, you can sexually mold them into prostitutes, conveyors of a religious form of communion known as the mystery. Are you kidding me? Is that what Jesus was doing with the boy? Is that what Jesus was doing with the boy? Now, everybody who says, Neoniskos is a 30-year-old, right? No, look at how they're defining the words. All you do, you seminarians, you Bible historians, all you scholars of things having to do with the Dead Sea Scrolls, all of that religious garbage doesn't use the evidence. It doesn't look at the evidence, and it has no reality to it. There's no underground. It's built on sand. It's built on pure sand. Oh, love this stuff. Where's the lactase? Lactase. You want to know what a lactase is? Let's show you one. Let's show you Alexander, because people have been asking me, lactase. Alexander, the false prophet, is one. And what does he do? He orders his boys according to their looks. They got to be tall. They can't have pimples. Got to be clear complexion. They got to be the cream of the crop, he says. Yes. Okay. And what can you do with your boys? You can drug them. You can drug them? Yes. They're little factories, people. It's ancient pharmacology. Where did that gigantic, I was waving this around. It's one of my copies of Galen today. I was looking at it. It's volume 12. Oh, it's right here, Chewy. It's volume 12. Take a look at this, people. People, take a look at this. This is volume 12 from 1826. And what is it? It's one of the pharmaceutical volumes. You mean that is all an ancient Greek dude writing about drugs? All of that. Every page. Every page. Oh my God. Wow. The sophistication here. You got to have respect for it. You really got to have respect for it. Here, get us back up. Put that, what is that, in the converter or something? All right, it's plugged in. Fantastic. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Let's keep, come on. We got to keep people in that zone. For those of you who missed the Bible, I just wanted to throw in Micah. Come here, Micah. Come here, Micah, the prophet, right? This is made up in the 3rd century, but here we go. What God is going to destroy utterly the drugs, your drugs, not just the drugs, your drugs. He's going to destroy them right out of your hands. Whew, you greedy drug thugs. And what? And all of those elevated thoughts that you get from them. What? What? Yes. Yes, Yahoo's back at the party, right? Yahoo's back at the party. He told the devil, he was like, watch the drugs. Watch them. Yeah, what do you think the devil did? You don't understand. You just don't understand. That's the problem. That's the real difference between the devil and Yahoo, Jehovah, Hashem. That's the big difference between Hashem and Satan. Yeah. It always comes down to Aphrodite. It always comes down to Aphrodite. Who do you think it is that gives you all the generation? Why do you think the Romans walked around so proud to be the children of Aphrodite? Oh, God. Okay, you're almost there. If you're that much closer to the mystery name of power that is Roma, if you've captured that name yet, you just got a whiff of it right there. Did you feel it? You just got a whiff of it. The Medwa is the Ewa. And you set her up with the Adamas, and in their presence, you brought him. You brought the best looking man with a whole bunch of sex drugs, and you didn't think they would end up naked, you pervert. Oh my God. Your religion is built upon an orgy. Right now, it was fabricated in the 3rd century. Let's go. Give me the next one. We're getting into it. I want to give you some verses. Look, we're going to end on this. Tonight, I'm going to bring you back to creation. What is written below is the Greek. It says, in the beginning, God made Uranos and Gaia. And Gaia was aoratos and akataskelastos. Now, I'm just going to show you. This is the passage that says the earth was aoratos. I'm going to show you how this is a more technically advanced work than what the Hebrew is. This cannot be a translation of Hebrew. You cannot take a non-technical term and jazz it up or translate it into a technical term. You can't do that. You can go the other way. You can lose tech. You can't gain it. It's how Mother Nature works, baby. It's the way up. Let's go to the Tower of Babel. Are you ready? Give me, what is this? So the earth is aoratos. Let's see. What is the earth? It's aoratos. Give me the next slide. What is aoratos, please? I don't mean to be all yelly. Here it is. I just wanted you to see it. Aoratos, see the last word? I just blew it up, right? Aoratos. Can you see it? Everybody in Greek should be wondering, what is aoratos? It is unseen or invisible. And you can see this is just horao, the Greek verb to see, plus the alpha privative. Doesn't take much to figure that out. It's the unseen or the invisible. Notice they say the to aoraton is the unseen world. Now look what the Greek is doing. It's taking a concept and it's taking it out of the abstract adjective form, the description, and it's turning it into the concrete. It's making it a noun. And Greek is exceptionally good at doing this. And as a result, the unseen becomes that which is unseen. The unseen world. Do you know what the unseen world is? You could do. Do you know what the unseen world is? No, of course you don't, right? Because this author who is writing the Torah is faking it. They are creating something, not passing down documents. They're creating. It is a Greek creation. Oh, are you kidding? Do you know how much that changes history? Oh my God. It's no wonder. Israel and Tel Aviv, Finkelstein. It's no wonder. You were there. We found that Canaanite temple at the bottom of Megiddo. You know that thing they call Solomon's blank fortress or whatever. You know it's not that. You know it's not that. There's no archaeological evidence. This is a forged history. It's a forged history. Fantastic. Right now, presumably, they want you to think scribes and scholars and Sadducees and sectists and zealots, people in deserts with pots, and the end is coming. That kind of people, right? The people with the knowledge of the box, the monist box, because what monism does, and Akhenaten taught us this, and I'm Ammon, hail Satan. Akhenaten is the one who's first brought that monist box. Everybody in the box, anybody outside the box gets killed. That's all there is to it. It's the form of genocide that makes the basis of the volcano of monist religions. It's that magma. It's ultimately going to blow. Yes, fantastic. Not so fantastic. Right, that time I should have said not so fantastic. The watchers, thank you, suck, by the way. Go to the next one. Look at this. What do they make of that which is unseen? What do they do with the unseen world? Right? The translators who are trying to create a Hebrew text from the Greek Septuagint. It's very complex. Formless confusion, unreality, maybe emptiness. Right? Doesn't it sound like a shotgun? Sounds like a shotgun, bro. Did you hit that? The linguists that are working on this, did you guys hit that with a shotgun? Right? Where you're like, oh, I don't know, but here, this is bound to hit something. It's from an unused word. What the? I dare you to find any classical philologist that would ever say this. For an unused word, it sounds like your Hebrew, your ancient Hebrew, is a forgery. It sounds like you're making it up from the Greek. Did you know there are words in Greek that are way older that the Hebrew adapts to its own in the Septuagint? It creates roots. It's a forgery. The Torah, the Old Testament, the Pentateuch, the books of Moses, a forgery. A forgery. Wow. Wow. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you forge something like that? Right? It's appropriation. It's to claim legitimacy. Right? It's that fight, that eternal fight between us and what is foreign. Yeah. It happens over and over again in history, and ultimately it ends up in a genocidal rainstorm. Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing. Monism is dangerous. It's the most dangerous quantum chemical in existence and in reflection. Yeah. Yeah. It's that reflection poison. Let's go. Let's go to the next one. What is akata? So you can see that the Hebrew is not able to approximate. What is akata skelastos? Now look at this word. You can just look at this. What else is the world in creation? It's akata skelastos. Now you can see from this Greek that this is not a short little word. This thing is built. Not only does this thing have a root, but it's also got a prefix and an alpha privative. Okay, now watch how the meaning changes. What is this thing? What is an earth that is that? We'll start with skelastos. That means something prepared by art, right? It's artificial as opposed to futeotos. And what is futeotos? That is something that has fuo, that has nature, that's been engendered. And this word, skelastos, is used of drugs, right? Why? Because drugs are prepared. They're artificial constructions. When they're talking pharmaca, right? They're not talking plants. Now they're talking all of the plant substances that we're combining and we're treating with this and with this wash. And we do the 6 months later, it turns out you take the stuff and it turns you into Frankenstein, right? Okay, what is this thing here? Look at, it's a drug, but look at Galen there at the bottom. It also uses thumiamata. What are thumiamata? Those are things that you inhale, right? You come over and there's a, priestess and she's singing and she's burning some stuff. And after a while, you fly in with the group. Welcome to Bacchic air. Please put your seats in their fully back position with your feet up in the air. Yes, fantastic. Brought to you by the Virgin. Oh, is this that Virgin? Yes, this is the dark one. This is the Malinois. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Malinois, that dark mind. Beautiful. You knew if I was going to talk about the magic of the catamites, you knew that I would have to bring her in, right? Because she's the queen. Let's go to the next one. So what happens with that skelastos when I add kanta to it? Watch the Greek form real concepts. Artificial is opposed to autophues, self-generated, right? Under artificial conditions, and then suborned when you talk about people or being suborned. Oh, God. Now, let's add an alpha privative to the front of it. Watch how it changes the meaning. What is this thing? Out of the Bible. Akataskelastos, not properly prepared. And the first example they give is a pharmakon, right? Unformed, unwrought, unpolished. Now, give me the next one, please. Give me the next one. What is the Hezekiah? What do you think of akataskelastos? You think it's aphilokaleton. Aphilokaleton. Look at that beautiful long word. It's kale plus philo plus a on the front of it. What does it mean? I'm chasing these words. I think I'm ecstatic or something because they seem to all be connected. Aphilokaletos means without adornment. Without adornment. Okay. How is it going to be translated into Hebrew, this term? Are you ready? Here we go. Emptiness. Now you can hear it. If I just explained everything I explained to you to a third grader, they would say, emptiness. Yes. Yes, do you see what the Hebrew scholars were doing? Hebrew was so dead that they only had 8,000 words to work with. And the best that you can do is come up with something that sounds like the Epic of Gilgamesh. It's just a fact of nature. Mother Greek is a monstrous. She's a monstrous. Whew, let's keep going. Let's keep going to the next one. Watch this. I'm going to do it with another verse. Are you ready? And the darkness was all over the Abusu. All over the what? Abusu. What is an Abusu? Give me the next one. It is a perasukejon, something that has no peras, no boundary. It is an infinite. It has no stops to it. Wait a minute. The abyss has no? Yes. Give me the next one. Look, how are we going to define it with the Victorians? It's bottomless, unfathomed, and they talk about pagi, springs, unfathomable, boundless. Right, boundless. Now look at definition number 2. What is it when you take this word, and Greek does this? This is again the power of the language. It'll take now that adjective, bottomless, unfathomed, right? Which, by the way, it puts what is unfathomed? That's the mind of Zeus, right? Nice. The thoughts, anyway, the counsel. And what is it? What is it? It's the great deep. It's the underworld. It's the infinite. Wait, no, you leave that one out. What is it when it says the great deep here? You notice where that's from? That's from the Septuagint. And underneath that is the Gospel of Luke, the Epistle to the Romans, and the Apocalypse. Wait a minute. I think we have a Victorian. Who's messing with us. Do you see what happens? We're trying to define a word based upon its neighborhood, and its neighborhood is a select text, group of texts, the New Testament and the Septuagint, and that's it. They're trying to create a special, divergent definition, and this is a no-no. This is a no-no. Let's keep going. Go to the next one. Watch this, people. Boom. What do we do with it, third grade man? Raka. An extended surface or an expanse? A surface or an expanse. You see how basic that is? A surface or an expanse. Okay, so my tech is dropping. I'm losing my tech. Give me one more example. I'm going to show you this one more time. Now you'll be able to predict it yourself. Or was that the one more? Did we skip one? Yeah, here's the stereoma. Everybody's heard this translated as firmament. Firmament, right? The firmament. It's okay. I didn't include this. The firmament. What is that firmament? Well, let's see what the stereoma is. Blow that up for me, please. It's a solid body, and you'll notice right after it, they quote Anaxagoras. Okay, now you're talking about some pretty complex cosmology, right? Okay, fine. Immaterial solids, foundation or framework. For example, it's the skeleton on which the body is, as it were, built. It is that solid foundation. Now look at number 3. This will throw you. What is this? It's also the stata. Now, the person here argues it's the stata that has to do with the ship. The stata that has to do with the ship. But watch this. Next one. Boom. What is the stata that's the one that they say, no, it can't have anything to do with that? That has not brought forth. Right? No children, no making a child. Wait, what? A heifer? Yep. Right? Can also just be a woman who is barren, who has not produced. Now notice right in the smack dab middle of this is the Orphic Lithica. I've got a student, shout out to Ion, who's reading the Orphic Lithica right now. Right? Okay, be careful. You've got Orphic Vox going on, right? Right? Look at this. Look at the bottom of that paragraph that's number 2, Roman numeral number 2. It says Phusis and Psyche. Right? Do you see what's happening? The virgin steps forward. The virgin steps forward. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute before we go. Give me the picture of that virgin back again. Whoever you had programmed in for. Fantastic. So, you mean the virgin is she who separates the waters? Yep. And if you and I are on Cyprus, we know who that is. She comes right out of those waters. She's the one who has the seed and perpetuates everything. Yeah. That Priapus, that is the spirit of the Laestes, who overcomes the Canitis. Because the reason the Canitis is so important and why Jesus has one is you have to have that poison along with that Canitis's ejaculate. You have to have its Priapus, right? You have to have that force or it won't work. Physiologically, it won't work. And it's dangerous because what they're painting, that scene done with it's wrapped around that kid's private parts, that's a poison. It will kill you. It's all those witches, man. It's all those witches. You see that thing sitting there? Sitting there? That thing is described in Aristophanes. And he compares it to a penis. Yeah. And it's a joke between a wife and her husband. She wants to give him some. Yeah. And he's like, nope. Interesting. Let's go back. Remember, we're in Cyprus. So what happens? Go back to the last one. We're in Cyprus. So, ladies, guess what? This weekend, you get to go out and celebrate Adonis with a total stranger that you pick out. And Mr. Husband that you have at home, he's not going to say a single thing. Do you know why? We have kicked around. We ladies of Scythia have kicked this place around so much. We have real power. We have real power. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Let me just ask this before we finish. We've been talking about the Canitis all night, right? And we have to, because that Canitis is with Jesus, right? And it's terms like Canitis that we're not going to be able to translate into the Hebrew, right? It's not going to be able to make it to that level. Okay, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. You know, you're dealing with a language that's got 1.5 million. You know what I mean? And you can't 8,000, right? Eat your cupcake, Tommy. You know what I mean? Eat your cupcake. It's okay. It's okay. Daddy will be home soon. It's getting late. It's already 8 o'clock, Tommy. Go to bed. Go to bed, right? Me and Greek are gonna stay up tonight. Me and Greek. All right. You know it because you feel it. Go to that very last one. Give me that last slide. We'll end on this, people. Just a little bit of serious gift. Look at this. Similos. What is similos? Some of you will recognize the name simile. This is Hesychius again. Thank you, Hesychius, for your definitions. This is simile. Who is simile? Simile is the mother of Dionysus. Right? Hail Satan. The mother of Dionysus. And what does Hesychius tell us? The great name of the virgin. Remember who she is, Simile? And I'll just remind you, she's the virgin who slept with Zeus, who slept with God. Do you know her? Do you know a virgin who slept with God? Is that something? And we're just here to prove that happened. Look at the name. Look at the name. What's under the name of simile? What's under the same root? It's using the same root. Kochlias. Kochlias. That's the purple, people. That's the purple. You know in Euripides in the opening lines, of the Bacchae says that he was birthed in the lightning. He had that oestrus. He got that oestrus from Semele. From Semele. The child. Dionysus is the child of she who founded the Bacchic rite. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? Welcome to the Bacchic Empire. Welcome. It's time to go. And that really gets my goat, because I wanted to tell everybody, anybody who's kept stop. I mean, just wait. With all due reverence. Penelope, show us the cross. Give us the cross to behold. Let us know that its power emanates from what it covers. And it covers a multitude of sin. A multitude. Thank you, Penelope. Rock on. Thank you for coming tonight. Everybody, you can see that I'm still not giving you the address for and you. It's still under construction, man. It's under construction. It's coming, but it will be something fantastic. And I appreciate everybody who's interested. Everybody, right? Anyone who wants to enlist, I appreciate. Thank you. Yeah, there's this behind that. There's this. Yeah, there is. There is. Hail Satan, Rob Street. There is a stain. Yes. Do we have a song about an immortal stain? I think we need one. Thank you, everyone who is waiting, though, seriously, and I will be pushing that forward. Please keep a lookout for Danny Jones, who totally rocks. And okay, I think it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous to be able to sit with him. So I appreciate that. Thank you for coming tonight. And you know what it's time for. It's time to hail Satan.
Dances in my dreams, describe the pharmacon, bring the mystery of the drugs for Bacchus, Apollonia from the stars, darken the sky at a distance with arrows, dipped in dragon venom, poisonous kisses and a leather whip, Catherine of the wheel on the room when she walks in. I'm on the harp and the bongo drums like the magic gin. In the morning, I blaze weed, get behind the mule and push. Someone's gotta grow this sage and frankincense so they can get high. Cornucopia from the garden orchard. Bobo rigatoni sipping wine at the Baccalades. Have a little taste. High off the contact. Sounds nice. Her perfume is the intoxicant.